Hits for the pound.
Yeah, this is how we do it in the Central Colors, man. We got 40 ounces, Old English, rag tops, 6'4" Impalas, and bikini girls, man. This is how we do it on the West Coast. San Diego, San Francisco, Los Angeles. But don't forget about the Central Cali, man. Please don't forget about the Central Cali. Yeah, get 'em.
It's another sunny day in the state of California. Low rider palm trees and G's that put it on ya. This ain't a negative, we speaking ebonics. Rank talk, candy paint on D's with hydraulics. Baseball hat with the sticker on the brim. Don't let the sun blind your sight, cause things can get grim. But I'm not here to talk about banana clips and guns. We're going back to Cali and we're gonna have some fun. A West Coast domination.
And welcome back to Two Face Entertainment Podcast. I am your host, Fred Segura, out here in Monterey County, also known to the world as the Salad Bowl, also known as the Salinas Valley. To the people in LA, we are north. To the people in San Francisco, we are south. Right smack in the middle, best of both worlds. Don't forget about the Central Cali. Anyway, folks, today we are going to talk about protesting and doing the wrong thing. But before we get into that, you guys already know where that's headed. I want to give a huge shout out, love and respect, prayers up to a good friend of mine. Those of you who also watch the Roundtable, this is not just a social media thing, guys. This is a good friend of mine. Shout out to Jen Magana. I want to wish her the best in these difficult times, to what's going on. So, hopefully, those of you who support and watch the Roundtable, please stay with us. We will be returning as soon as we are able to return. But understand that oftentimes we go through situations, So, with that said, guys, also prayers to everybody who, love and respect to everyone who supports us in every which way. And what I mean by us is Jen Magana, Denise Castillo, and House of Tattoos, aka Feed Me Radio, and myself here, Fred at Two Face Entertainment. So, with that said, guys, let's carry on to what I'm here to speak on. There's I saw a Master P interview one time. And he said he was donating money to campaigns and stuff, right? And they would take his money. But when he wanted to talk to the president or whatever, they always pretty much denied him. Until he realized that he was showing up, personally to give money to a campaign. He was showing up in tennis shoes, basketball shorts, a basketball jersey, baseball hat, sunglasses, and a gold grill and stuff, or whatever it was, that he said. Exposing his tattoos and stuff with the basketball jersey and stuff, until he realized something. He said, "Hey man, he had to bring himself together and look out, take a look at himself from the outside looking in." And he said, "Man, what was I thinking?" And I'm paraphrasing because that always stuck to me when you conduct yourself with people. I've had people tell me, "Oh, you're this and that, and even Fluffy. I've seen a little clip of a show where he talks about how we conduct ourselves at a job interview or whatever, we there's ways to conduct yourself in front of certain people. You can't expect to keep it real, keep it 100, or you do, but you got to know how to conduct yourself in whatever time it is, whatever situation you're in, you should be able to conduct yourself. That's part of maturing. That's part of growing up. That's part of just being a human being. You know, what you say to people, how you conduct yourself with people, how you conduct yourself with friends. It's different things. That doesn't make you fake. You know, when you conduct business with somebody, you don't go and start saying all this, whatever. You know, you come across cordial. You know, depending on the situation, so that's kind of hard to pinpoint. But yeah, I hope you guys understand what I'm saying here. The other thing too, though, guys, I mean, I look at it like it's one thing to protest, and you know what, guys, it's gonna sound like this is gonna sound like an echo because I've spoken on this before on this channel about a year ago when I was still doing stuff out of my vehicle. And I've heard other fellow YouTubers say the same thing. You know, they're echoing, or we're all echoing the same thing. People just want to riot and start destroying things and start getting mad at these protests. Not only that, I also see people on, and I say all that to say this as well. I see people on social media making memes, always talking trash, still talking about, oh, see, those of you who voted this way are gonna be this and this and that. They, oh, you know, hey, you know, this and that. Look, again, like I've stated before, you have that right. Can't take it away. You know, hey, it's fine. That's why you're in the United States, right? Because you have that right. So, with that said, also, you know, to keep going in social media and posting and having fun and, oh, you know, pretty much trying to ridicule and antagonize the let's just say it, the Trump supporters, the, you know, whatever, and it goes back and forth. I think it's childish, immature, and it looks, I'm going to say it straight up, it looks stupid. People, you look dumb. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you feel you really have a voice and you want to really stand up for something that you believe in, which is, with all due respect, I don't see a problem with that part. But it goes back to what I said right now. You got to know how to conduct yourself and able for people to listen. If not, they're just going to look at it, laugh, or just turn around and click you off. Going on to social media, you're only making a fool of yourself. You're not doing anything. You really feel that passionate about it? You really want to make that difference? Start getting involved. Really get involved. Really make it happen. Really get some stuff going. Hold some meetings. Gather the people that believe in the same things you believe in. But conduct yourself right. You don't just stand there and or stand in a corner and yell. That's not going to help. I've said it before. People that stand in the corner, wave a flag of another country, take the American flag and go do that in another country, in another part of the world. It's not gonna end well. So what do you expect that's going to happen here? But the unfortunate is that obviously right away the go-to is, oh, it's racism. No, it's not racism. It's like somebody living in your home and people disrespecting your house. People that live in your house under your roof, and they're disrespecting you. What's the first thing you do? And what's the first thing we do to people? Hey, you don't like it? Hey, there's the door. Don't let it hit you on the way out. It's no different than people doing all this other stuff. especially burning the American flag. You know, you came to this country, the United States of America, because the country you were at was not was not doing good for you. And you're gonna excuse me. And because you feel this entitlement of being here, you feel that that's a right thing to do, is burn the flag, and then wave the flag from the country that you fled from, and you're waving that high and mighty, and burning the American flag. Are you kidding me? Again, really, think outside the box. Don't think with anger. Don't look at it with anger. Look at it with common sense. Really. It's idiotic. It makes no sense. And instead of moving people forward, you're moving them back 10 spaces or 20. I dare say 50, 100, whatever. You're moving backwards. But people don't get it. I often say things, and people by this time, people click off because they don't want to hear it anymore. That's fine. But see, then a year later, I share it again, and then you start listening to what I'm saying. If you feel that passionate about it, make a difference without acting a fool. I've talked to people that said, well, my family came here, and they came for the American dream and they succeeded and everything. Okay, but your family doesn't speak for everybody that's crossed into the across that border. Because there's also been some bad people that's crossed over. There's been people that have came here, have done wrong and fled back. I dare say, how many DUIs have there's been here in the United States from foreigners and American citizens as well. That's not even a thing, But I'm saying it's still wrong. It's still wrong. Only these people come and they flee. And then what happens when they come here, have a bunch of kids, flee back to their country, and leave the woman here? What happens? She goes on the system. Right? He flees, and guess what? He's not on U.S. soil no more. So there's nothing you can do about that. That's not even it's just causes so much. It's a domino effect. But people want to see it as, it's racism. I feel, this is my people. This is my people. Okay, fine. I get that to an extent. But some of these people aren't here with good intentions. Get that through your head. And making these social media posts and everything, why don't you just stop and go get involved and do something for real? Conduct yourself as a grown adult, not as a kid who keeps crying. If you grew up from my generation when your parents turned around and said, I'll give you something to cry about. Because basically you're crying over nothing. You're crying over something you cannot change. Did you all miss the memo where it said majority of votes rules? That's the harsh reality to some of you. You don't have to like it, but you need to respect it. And if you think that, and if you want to be proud, say, well, he's not my president, he's not my president. As long as you are in the United States of America, he is your president. That is a fact. I don't care how you slice it and dice it. And if you, again, I've said it before, you can leave. But these people are not going to leave. These people are not going to leave. Why? Because you won't have it as good as you have it here in the United States. But it all boils down to one thing, though, at the end of the day. Conduct yourself right. Don't make a fool of yourself. I had a friend tell me the other day, Fred, don't get political, bro. Because that's going to lead nowhere. You know, that's going to be a bad thing. I don't think this is even, I mean, I wouldn't call it political. I would say more patriotic, because at the end of the day, it's wrong. I don't care who was voted in the president. You turn around and burn the American flag, you are in the wrong. Period, point blank, you're in the wrong. So therefore, it doesn't matter who the president is. You're wrong. And if you support that stupidity, then wonder why things don't go your way. And it's not about, oh, well, you know, people need to hear this and people need to understand this. And people, you know what? Talking about it on social media and doing all this other stuff and conducting yourself like a kid. People are going to keep scrolling by. You know how many posts I really ignore just because I see how idiotic it looks? You say one word to a lot of people and it triggers them. And what I'm talking about here is not just a certain group of people, it's all ages of people. You would think, if just by reading it alone, you think this was written by a bunch of 5th graders, 4th graders that keep nagging about something they didn't get their way. They don't understand that. They don't understand that, hey, a majority votes rule. This is what it is. And they still want to whine about it. It's not fair. It was fair. And I'm not getting into the whole, oh, well, the election was rigged and all this. None of that. None of that. But you come to the United States, you're in the United States, he's your president, and do not burn our American flag. Period, point blank. Do not burn our flag. Because at that point, the way I see it is, well, hey, you know what? Deport them. If that's how you truly feel about it. You know. That's the fact. How are you going to live in somebody's house and spit in their face? Or burn a picture of their parents or whoever, or whatever, just to disrespect them? What do you think's going to happen? They're going to kick you out of the house. If you don't like something, conduct yourself right. And please remember, majority of votes rules. It's that simple. And that's just the way it is. And you don't have to like it. Some of you don't even like going to work. Do you stand in the corner and yell about that? Get it together, folks. With that, this is Two-Face Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host, Fred Segura, signing out.
Shake the fist, suckers preaching me rolling. Why you so mad? Why you so serious? You're in my rear view like the slow and delirious. Keep on mashing, getting plenty action. The home of the G's and pimps, I love it with a passion. Throw it up, it's California, where the sun lays to rest like every day. The home of the color rack, swap meets and bangers. Chuck Taylor's Lolos and them real dope slangers. This is reality, it's where I stay. Along the Pacific in the state of CA. Golden State, from Frisco to Compton and back to Central Cali where the party keeps rocking. It's a California state of mind, and you can't be mad, that's just how we ride. Golden State.
But it's really for me. I'm not saying that I'm greedy, but hip-hop is needy, so what the hell do you expect from me? It's the passion, I finally understand it. I'm hiding in the trees like a male praying mantis, searching for my prey. God, please come and bless me, help relieve my stress so I don't worry about death. Never said I was leaving, but dreaming on like Steven. Fallen angel, I'm Zeppelin, not ready for heaven. So please tell me, is there another way? So I can look up in the sky and say thank you for these better days.
1, 2, Vegas coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your doors. 5, 6, hip hop with a twist. 7, 8, please don't hate. 1, 2, Vegas coming for you.